If you've been watching my YouTube channel very long, you know that I'm on a new soapbox, and that is to stop using the word literal and to help people see that when a Bible is marketed as a literal translation, that's not actually accurate. The argument is also often made that they want this certain kind of translation because it reflects Greek structure. Now, and here's the problem with that. The more literal word for word translations do reflect more of the Greek structure than some of the more dynamic equivalents translations like the NIV. But the problem is that if you don't know enough Greek to read Greek, then you're really not going to benefit from seeing the underlying Greek structure that much. But more than that, the problem is that my guess is in every single sentence in Greek, even the more word for word translations move away from Greek structure in order to translate. That's just the nature of translation. So if you're sitting there looking at an English translation that markets itself as being a literal translation, the problem is that you don't know on any verse to any other verse when they are reflecting Greek structure and when they're not. And that's a really important difference. Now take a look, for example, at Luke 8:55. And this is, and her spirit returned, and she got up right away, and he, Jesus, gave, and then the words are, to her to be given to eat. So the idea is that Jesus ordered that the people give something for her to eat, something to be given to her to eat. In other words, you've got to get a subject, or at least an accusative reference, in here with dotheni. Well, if you relook at the NASB, they at least italicize something, so that's good. But notice over in the ESV, no indication that the word something doesn't exist in Greek. Now, there's nothing wrong with them adding it, okay? That is perfectly legitimate translation. But the point is, if you're reading, in this particular case, I'm picking on the ESV, but if you're reading the ESV and you think it's really reflecting Greek structure and is just translating the words, that's simply not true. Because they've had to add the word in something to make English sense. Perfectly legitimate thing to do, but something's not in the Greek. So the problem with this idea that if you can use these, NASB, ESV type, Young's literal translations, in order to see the underlying Greek structure, you don't know when it's reflecting the Greek structure and when it's not reflecting Greek structure. And that's pretty serious. Well, that's what today's Monday with Mounts blog is all about.